Hey guys, it's another hot day here in Florida. It's Rick Kirkman with RK Stables, and I thought, wow, what an opportunity to go ahead and share with you some information that I've learned through my years of doing this. And I want to talk to you about insect diseases like mosquitoes and what they can do to your horse and how to prevent your horse from dying from such a small little insect. So we'll catch you in just a few seconds. So welcome back, and guess what? This is going to be the part where I talk to you about the boring things, the actual diseases and whatnot. But after that, we'll go ahead and do a quick demonstration of what I do here at the barn to prevent these diseases from happening to our horses. So there's actually four diseases that we want to talk about today. And the first one is considered or called sleeping sickness. You may know that as sleeping sickness, or you may know it as triple E. That's Eastern equine encephalitis. Now, this is a bad one. This is a really, really bad one. So I'm going to start at the top of the hill because this one is a 75% kill rate. If your horse gets bitten by the wrong mosquito, guess what? There's a good chance that your horse is going to die. This is a life-threatening viral disease, and it attacks the central nervous system of the horse. It's not a fun way to pass away. And let me tell you, most of the times the vet has to put the horse down. Now there is WEE, which is Western equine encephalitis. It's not as bad as triple E, but the kill rate on that one is 20 to 50%. That's what the kill rate is based on the studies that have been done. Now there are a less threatening type of disease, and it's called West Nile. Most people have heard of West Nile. But the treatment's extremely costly. It costs a lot of money to treat that animal after it's been infected. And horses are most likely to suffer long-term neurological effects from West Nile. So again, something else that's very easily treatable or vaccinated. The horses are making all kind of funny noises. And then there's a fourth one that I really want to talk about. We don't know too much about it. It's called the Zika virus. It came over from Brazil just a few years ago. And we still don't know enough information on that. But we do know that it caused birth defects in humans. So for me, I think that's something that we really need to watch out for. So the best thing for you to do is go online and search out the Department for Diseases or Disease Controls. What is the name of it? Cut. So what I was saying was you can actually go to the OID, the Office of Infectious Diseases website, which is better known as the CDC for us regular people. But you can actually go to them online, and there's a phone number that you can register your phone with. And what they will do is they will actually send you text message alerts every time a horse is infected or a case is found anywhere in the United States. And of course you can do it by region. So where I live in North Florida, I only get text messages from the CDC when a horse is infected with equine encephalitis, WEE, West Nile, anything like that. So it's pretty cool. It gives me the attention to know what's going on in my area, okay? Because if there's mosquitoes somewhere close by that are infecting horses, I would like to have that heads up, you know what I mean, so to say. So I guess that's really it. All of these things are extremely preventable, and I'm gonna share some of the things that I do here with you for the rest of the video. But I do want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video and educate yourself on how to take care of your horses and prevent them from dying from senseless diseases from a mosquito. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'll be back in just 1 second. So I hope you got something out of that last portion and it helps you out. You know what I'm gonna do is, while we're actually working on our regular maintenance here at the farm, and this maintenance has a lot to do with mosquitoes, believe it or not. This here is just a regular old water bucket, and that water bucket has stagnant water in it. We add water to it every day, twice a day, so the horses have water to drink. But guess what? In the middle of the night, these pesky little mosquitoes, they come around and they go ahead and they lay their eggs in that water. And I guess it's about 10 days. Next thing you know, you have mosquito larvae hatching in there. And it's my fault that there's mosquitoes all over the farm. So really, because I'm an old guy and I'm lazy, I went and bought a pump. And because this is one of those 15-gallon doohickeys that actually just sucks the water right out of there, so I don't have to pick it up. Pretty simple stuff. You can see how dark the water gets. You'll get sand and things like that. If your horses are eating alfalfa, as they dip their nose in the water, that sand will fall off their noses, believe it or not, into the water. Also, they'll sometimes dip all their hay in the water. Makes a good place for the mosquitoes to have, or the mosquito larvae to have a place to grow. So this will be empty in a minute, and really what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this empty bucket outside, hose it out to make sure that I get all the larvae out of it, because you know, when we take it out in the sun, maybe we can get a picture or two of the mosquito larvae. They're tiny little things, and they actually breathe air. So I have a 16 stall barn, so I've got 16 of these to do. I'm not going to bore you with all 16, but we will get this one done so you can see this, and then we'll give you some more info in a few minutes. Alright, I'm going to leave some of the water in there because I want to take it outside in the sun so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Come on. Don't wake Roxy up. We'll play it and see if we can't find some. You guys can go ahead. Sorry. There they are, see them? Hold on. Let them finish. Can you see it? See all the
larvae?
Yeah, mosquito larvae.
I just dumped a bunch of water out of my house yesterday.
We have to do this every 3-4 days, otherwise they start growing in the water tanks.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so you probably saw in the previous video here, or the earlier video, all the little mosquito larvae. That's about 4 days. So I don't dump them always all the way out like that. because I have something else to show you. Come on, come with me. Just because we change the water on the inside, we have to also make sure that the water on the outside is good as well for the horses. It should always be clean. So water troughs on the inside should regularly be dumped out or cleaned, as you're going to see here. So what I do here is I will overflow this water while I'm working on the inside. What this is going to do is it's going to flush any algae to the top and run it out. But if you look down into the water, I don't know if you can see those little orange guys. Those are my pet goldfish. That's Oscar, Red. No, I'm just joking. Actually, those goldfish are my little army. And the reason why I don't dump these out is because I'm going to dump them in there for them. I'm going to let them go ahead and eat those extra larvae because that's a little treat for them. Their job, and their only job, is to keep my water free of any insect larvae. So every time something lays an egg in there, they eat it. If they eat all the mosquito larvae, I have no mosquitoes coming out of these big bends that are all throughout my property. So yeah, I'll save them, toss them in for them. I'll let that overflow for a couple hours, and then I'll have beautiful fresh water for the goldfish and for the horses. And I do this almost every day. I let it overflow for a good hour, hour and a half. So I'm gonna rinse this ugly bucket out and put it back in, and we'll talk a little bit more. So you know, you'll never get the bucket 100% clean unless you use like a pressure cleaner. All I do is I just swap them out. Swipe them out like this. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna help me just get any of that little residue out. And if any of those little pesky varmints are left behind, I know that I'm gonna rinse them out. So that's that. And that big guy is how we fill up a bucket and clean it and get it rid of all those mosquito larvae. We'll put this back inside and fill it up. And that little pony that's going to go in that stall will be happy and healthy. Man, you guys just won't stop following me around, I'm telling you. Well, that's really how simple it is. Around your barn, at least, to prevent mosquito larvae from hatching and carrying possibly one of these deadly viruses that could kill your horse. But there's some other things that you can do. And one of them is vaccinations. You should definitely vaccinate your horse twice a year for these types of diseases. We do them every 6 months here, but we are also the capital of mosquitoes all over the world, right? Right here. You might as well be in the jungle with these guys. But I will tell you this much. You can go to some place like Tractor Supply if you have the stomach to give your own injections or your own inoculations to your horse. And it wouldn't cost you a whole lot of money. The easiest way, now this is really truly the best way, is to make sure that you have a resident vet. Somebody that knows you, somebody that you've worked with in the past, somebody that if you ever have an issue with your horse, you can just pick up the phone and call them. It's important to have that person on your cell phone. They do all your routine maintenance, like your shots. Another one would be rhino. You can, depending on where you're at, a lot of people will even give rabies to their horses just in case raccoons or something might end up getting their horse. So it's pretty cool to have a vet on your speed dial, all right? Because we already know horses could hurt themselves if they were in a rubber room. But if you don't have the money or the resources to have a vet, well, really, you shouldn't have a horse. That's the bottom line. But we know that's not a perfect world. People are going to love animals and feel that they don't need the vet. But you should still inoculate your animal. You can go to places like Tractor Supply. You can go online and order from Jeffers or horse.com, and they'll send it to you. the vaccinations inside of a cooler with an ice pack. Now, this is very important. Even if you were to go to Tractor Supply and purchase that shot, you need to bring a cooler with ice with you. Because the minute that vaccine becomes room temperature, it's no good anymore. So make sure that it goes from their cooler directly into your cooler. Bring it home and immediately use that. If you don't know how to give a shot, I'm sure you can go on YouTube. There's a million videos probably on how to give a horse a shot. I don't suggest it. I don't recommend it. I do it. Yes, I do. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've had a vet teach me how to do it. So it's up to you. It's your horse. You got to do the right thing. But at least give your horse a fighting chance to prevent encephalitis, rhino, or any of these other things that they can get, West Nile. And that's really how simple this is. Hey guys, if you like the video, or you know somebody that could learn from this video, please share the video. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, well, you know what the other one is. But other than that, I'm so glad that you watched. Hit the subscribe button, man. We need that. Boop, 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 boop. Thanks. We'll talk to you. Hope to see you on the next one. And the bottom, put a comment. Check that out. If you put a comment and you say, hey, what about this? What would you do in this case? We'll do a video here at RK Stables for you. All right, guys. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. And we'll see you soon. This was an RK Stables production. Thank you for watching and have a blessed day.